So yeah, you should stay away from Destined Rivals. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. You're watching the channel Dr.Applesauce 2. My name's Will. It's another beautiful day here in Texas. I hope you guys know that I love you, God loves you, that there is an awesome plan for your life. Destined Rivals releases here in just under 2 months, and already, as normal, the prices on Destined Rivals products are through the roof. We've got to talk about some of these prices, discuss them, and I got to tell you guys, don't buy Destined Rivals. Do not buy this product at these prices. I feel like I'm beating the same old drum over and over and over, and people are going to be like, well, Will, don't tell people how to spend their money. Or are you telling me I'm the problem because I'm actually buying things at scalper prices? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because if we stop buying things at these prices, the prices would go down. Do not buy Destined Rivals. Caveat, unless you can find some at a decent price. At these incredibly crazy prices, do not buy Destined Rivals. Let's take a look at some of the insanity that's going on, because these prices are bonkers, to be honest with you. So if we look at Destined Rivals right here, you can see everything is incredibly above MSRP. Look at the booster bundle, $85 for a booster bundle. Pre-order on TCG Player, and MSRP is $27. That's almost 4 times MSRP, and that's just the dang old booster bundle, right? Then this isn't even out. We're 2 months away from release date. This is the prices. This is the craziness of the market. Let's actually look at an Elite Trainer box. First of all, I have to say the Destined Rivals Elite Trainer box looks great. It looks so good. It's a perfect representation of Team Rocket. But the problem is we are currently at a market value. Where's our market value? We're currently at a market value of $159 for a Destined Rivals Elite Trainer box. $159. That's 3 times what they should go for traditionally. But here's the thing that I want to show you that's interesting, and we're going to pay close attention to these graphs. First pre-orders that went up, $348, 7 items sold. Now, that could potentially be skewed by Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes being listed incorrectly. I don't know if that's the case, but it's possible. But if we go down here, 29 items sold at $270. But what I'm pointing out is this huge dip. So it's already, pre-sales have already gone from 270 to 159. That's a massive dip. This is the type of stuff that you have to pay attention to. Let's look at the booster boxes of Destined Rivals. It's going to be a great booster box. It's gonna be a fun set, right? But market value currently on booster boxes, $275 for a booster box. Pretty wild, about $100 over MSRP. Again, what I want to point out is right when pre-orders went up, $413, 82 items sold. 82 people paid $413 for a Destined Rivals booster box. And now we're still 2 months out before the set release. Still 2 months out before the set release, dropped to $274, which is still incredibly significant. Like, it's incredibly expensive, but that is a very, very significant drop on Destined Rivals booster boxes. Guys, these prices are out of control. This is a market that is not intended for regular people like you and me to be able to get product. This is a market that is intended for people to make money, to take advantage of people, and we're going to talk about this more later, to transfer wealth, and almost as a rebellion against all of the crazy digital assets that were out there, digital investments, because these are physical investments if you look at it that way. It's wild. This is why we should stay away from Destined Rivals at these prices. And the best thing that we can do is vote with our dollar and not participate in all this. And a good reason why is, let's take a look. Here's a good example. Let's take a look at Journey Together right here, okay? So we've got Journey Together. Booster boxes right now, market value on them currently is $213. But if you look at when, like I said, we're going to look at graphs a lot today. If you look at when booster box pre-orders first hit the market, pre-orders were going for $455 a booster box. Now that it's been out for a while and we have this huge sales volume, look, 180 sold at $267, 409 sold at $246, 88 sold at $213. We have a huge dip, a massive dip, almost cut in half, or yeah, about a little more than cut in half from what the pre-orders started at to where they are now. Still a little bit high, but the reason I'm showing you this is because we're still 2 months out from the release of Destined Rivals. How big of a dip do we potentially have on the Destined Rivals product right now for when it, up until the time it comes out? Let's look at Journey Together Elite Trainer boxes, okay? Market value on them right now is $73. But at the peak, they started off with pre-orders, but at the peak, they were up at 118, 125. Now that the product's out, we've dropped down to 73. Again, the prices where they've leveled out are still pretty high, but compared to what they were, they are a lot better. And I bring this up because if you just absolutely have to have Destined Rivals, if you have to get your hands on some of this product, the graphs show us that the prices are going to be lower a little bit after release than at the peak of the pre-ordering when all the FOMO was really, really set in stone. We're just on the downward trend of the pre-order pricing where the FOMO really was in, hardcore. We're on that downward trend right now. So if you have to buy this product at secondary prices, what the last few sets have shown us is that if you wait a little bit until after release, prices do level out a little bit, right? They'll level out for you a little bit. So we looked at Journey together. I want to look at Prismatic Evolutions. Prismatic Evolutions is an interesting one because it was incredibly hyped. Everybody says Charizards make Pokemon crazy. Everybody goes crazy over Charizards, but we all really know that it's Eevee and the Evolutions that bring the boys to the yard, right? It's Eevee and the Evolutions that make all the scalpers pant and salivate. If we look at Prismatic Evolutions, you can see a similar trend, right? So a Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer Box, $150 on pre-orders at the peak. This is kind of right around when the set was coming out. And then we did have a big dip to $106, and then now it has gone back up. This is what I'm illustrating, guys. There's always a point of a dip that if you have to have the product and you watch, you can get it, make the most value for your buck. $106 is still a lot for an Elite Trainer Box, in my opinion, but $106 is better than $150. And if you have to have it and you really, really want it, there is a time that the price is going to be at a really low valley. And if you want to buy it, that's when you should. But still, in my opinion, we should stay away from this product while the prices are so astronomical, while the prices are so high, specifically with Destined Rivals. But that is an example of when would be a good time to buy if you absolutely have to have it. You have to have it. Prismatic Evolutions, booster bundles. Pretty much the same thing, right? We had a high of 109. We had a low of around 70, which is still really high for a booster bundle, and then on the upward trend again. Now, I want to show you something interesting. What could you buy instead of blowing your money on a brand new Elite Trainer Box that's not even out? What could you buy instead? Well, Destined Rivals ETBs. What are Destined Rivals ETBs at? 160 right now. So instead of blowing $160 on a Destined Rival ETB, how about buying yourself a Celebrations 25th Anniversary Elite Trainer Box for $130? The market value on a Celebrations ETB is $130. This is almost a 5-year-old set that's an anniversary product. In my opinion, a much better buy. Or you could buy yourself a Hidden Fates Elite Trainer Box. You could get 2 Hidden Fates Elite or ETBs for the price of 1 Destined Rivals ETB, a beautiful specialty set that has a ton of history and a ton of value to it. And there's other things that you can pick up besides these hyped up prices of Destined Rivals. Now, I'm not saying that the prices are going to get affordable. I used to believe that would be the case, but with the insanity of what's going on, the massive manipulation, all the people coming in wanting to make money, I'm not sure that the prices are going to get down to affordable rates, but I'm showing you where they kind of will get to their lowest and advising that, in my opinion, we should not be buying these sets at these crazy prices. Again, this is my opinion. If you got it like that, good for you. But we shouldn't be buying these sets at these crazy prices, and unless we can find somebody or we have a good relationship with somebody and we can get 1 or 2 boxes at MSRP or around MSRP, just don't buy Destined Rivals. Just stay away from the set. Go to trade shows if you can. Collect singles with your kids. Pick up the TCG for goodness. Oh my gosh, wait, I should play the game? Pick up the TCG and play. A lot of people say, well, me and my kids really connect opening Pokemon cards. That's awesome. I love it. If you can't do that right now, play the game. You gotta adjust and modify the way that you enjoy the hobby if you really, really enjoy it while things are wild and insane and crazy like this. Don't buy Destined Rivals. Don't buy into these insane prices. Hold out and try and build relationships with good shops and good stores so maybe you can get a box or 2 at decent prices at MSRP or close while things are crazy like this, because it's probably going to go on past the 30th anniversary. Guys, if you enjoy content like this, give it a thumbs up. That's free for you to do and it helps so much. YouTube says you'll like that video right there, so go check it out next. And like I always say, find somebody to love and serve today. Be the change you want to see in the world. See you next time.